What makes a Hollywood legend nervous? Why did Kevin Costner fight an entire studio for one woman? And which co-star did he call the smartest, sexiest woman he ever worked with? Today, we're revealing Kevin Costner's personal ranking of the 8 most beautiful women he's encountered throughout his legendary career. And his number 1 choice might surprise you. Few actors in Hollywood history have shared the screen with more iconic leading ladies than Kevin Costner. From his breakout years in the 1980s through his current renaissance on Yellowstone, Costner has worked alongside Hollywood's most captivating women across 4 decades. But this isn't just about physical beauty. According to a longtime colleague who worked with Costner on multiple films, he sees beauty in a way that goes beyond the obvious. For him, it's about presence, intelligence, and this indefinable quality of authenticity. What makes Costner's list fascinating is how it reveals his evolving understanding of beauty itself, from the classic screen goddesses who captivated his youth to the complex, multidimensional women with whom he's collaborated directly. Let's count down from number 8 to his ultimate choice.
With my daughter.
Wow.
And when the moment happened where the wrong envelope was handed to them.
Annette Bening, an actress whose blend of classical training and natural presence creates undeniable magnetism. Though they've never shared lead roles, Costner has spoken repeatedly about his admiration for Bening's unique combination of technical precision and authentic emotion. During a 2015 Hollywood Reporter roundtable, Costner described her as elegant, sharp, and impossible to ignore, adding, "What makes Annette special isn't just her obvious talent, but how she transforms ordinary moments into something memorable." What particularly impresses Costner is Bening's commanding presence, the ability to center any scene through sheer force of personality. She doesn't just walk into a room, she commands it, Costner has said in interviews. There's nothing forced about her work. She simply exists on screen with such conviction that you can't look away. A casting director who has worked with both actors confirmed, Kevin has this list of actors he wants to work with before he's done, and Annette has been near the top of that list for years. He sees in her the same commitment to honest performance that he strives for in his own work.
A little bit about your character in the film? Yeah, I play Allie Parker. She's the head of the salary cap at the Cleveland Browns, and she happens to be
Jennifer Garner, developed through direct collaboration when they co-starred in 2014's Draft Day. According to the film's director, Ivan Reitman, there was this immediate professional chemistry between them. Kevin would come off set talking about how refreshing it was to work with someone so prepared yet so naturally present in each moment. A crew member recalled Costner praising her as natural, radiant, and calm in the storm. During a particularly complicated scene with technical dialogue, Costner turned to the director and said, "That's what it looks like when someone isn't trying to act like they understand. She actually gets it." But Costner's appreciation extended beyond professional capabilities. Some actresses try to look grounded. She just is, he once said, according to a producer who worked with both stars. Costner has this radar for detecting anything false, and with Garner, what struck him was the complete consistency between the person and the public figure.
Life.
Really? Wow. See, that's what happens when...
You had a thing with her as well?
Susan Sarandon, in the 1988 baseball classic Bull Durham. Their scenes crackled with intellectual and physical tension that transcended the script. Director Ron Shelton confirmed, what Kevin responded to in Susan wasn't just her obvious beauty, but her extraordinary intelligence. Their scenes worked because they were genuinely challenging each other intellectually, creating this perfect blend of mental and physical attraction that you can't fake. Costner called her the smartest, sexiest woman I've ever acted with. According to a crew member, after filming their first major scene together, Costner said, "Working with her is like having a great tennis partner. Every shot comes back with something unexpected that makes you play better." Years after Bull Durham, Costner was still referencing Sarandon's unique quality. A writer who interviewed him shared, he said, "She had the eyes of someone who knew the whole story and let you think you were catching up. That combination of knowing and revealing was the essence of what makes a woman truly captivating on screen."
Serious actresses can't have big bosoms. Is that what you mean?
Well, I think that they might sort of detract from the performance.
Helen Mirren never shared significant screen time. His admiration represents something different, respect that borders on reverence. A producer observed, when Helen's name comes up in conversation with Kevin, there's this immediate shift in his tone, this unusual combination of professional respect and genuine awe. Costner has said Mirren isn't just beautiful, she's timeless. According to a director who discussed her with him, Kevin made this interesting observation that most actresses fight against time, while Helen seems to have embraced it as a partner. Despite his considerable star power, Costner has admitted to feeling genuinely nervous around Mirren. A rare confession. A publicist who worked events where both stars were present shared. Even during red carpet interviews, he's admitted, "I still get nervous around her." For someone like Kevin to admit that kind of reaction is extraordinary.
Parenthood part is kind of the best dish that I saw in the script. I loved it.
Diane Lane. Their multiple collaborations, including Man of Steel and Let Him Go, have created a professional shorthand and mutual trust. Director Thomas Bazooka noted, "What's fascinating about watching them work together is this immediate comfort level. They drop instantly into a relationship that feels lived in and real, which is extraordinarily rare." Costner has described Lane as deep, grounded, and magnetic. According to a cinematographer who worked on Let Him Go, during one emotional scene, Costner watched Lane's performance and said, "That's as good as it gets. Total commitment with nothing held back." A producer recalled Costner saying, "When she's in the scene, you forget the camera's even there. That's the highest compliment Kevin can pay to another actor, that they help create moments so authentic that the technical apparatus of film disappears."
To speak English.
In London.
A good place.
Yes.
You know, you are a
Brigitte Bardot, the iconic French actress and sex symbol of the 1950s and 60s, holds a special place as the embodiment of an era's ideal of beauty. Though they never met, Costner once said in an interview, "If you grew up in the 60s and didn't fall in love with Bardot, you weren't alive." According to a journalist who interviewed him extensively, Costner reportedly described her as possessing classic beauty, untouchable mystique. What fascinated him wasn't just her physical attributes, but how she projected a sense of freedom that was radical for her era, an unapologetic sensuality that challenged conventions. A director explained, "For Kevin, Bardot represents something almost mythological. This perfect encapsulation of a particular moment in cinema when female sexuality was being redefined on screen. Like Bardot, Raquel Welch represents a defining beauty of an era." Costner once called her the reason every boy wanted to go to the movies in the 1970s. According to a colleague, what impressed Costner was Welch's complete ownership of her image and presence. Even decades later, he said she walked like she knew every camera was already following her, recalled a producer. Kevin has this theory that the most compelling actors don't seek the camera's attention, but simply assume it. Raquel exemplified that quality for him.
Yeah,
well, let's get this over with, okay? Give me a kiss.
Whitney Houston, a choice that reveals the profound impact of their collaboration on The Bodyguard. The producer stated, "Costner didn't just admire her beauty, he loved her. What made Whitney special in Kevin's eyes was this remarkable vulnerability beneath her extraordinary talent and beauty." Costner fought to cast Houston despite studio concerns about her lack of acting experience. A Warner Brothers executive confirmed, "The studio had significant reservations, but Kevin was absolutely adamant. He kept saying, 'There's something in her eyes that you can't teach.'" A crew member explained, "The beauty Kevin saw in Whitney was multidimensional. It wasn't just her obvious physical beauty or her extraordinary voice. It was this combination of tremendous gift and genuine fragility that brought out something protective in him." Costner eulogized Houston at her funeral, saying, "She was the most beautiful person I ever stood beside, inside and out." According to someone who attended, what was most striking was how he focused on her humanity rather than her celebrity. A director who worked closely with Costner observed, "This ranking reveals something profound about how Kevin understands beauty. For him to place Whitney above legendary screen beauties demonstrates that his definition extends far beyond the visual to encompass the complete human connection. The through line in all his choices, authenticity, whether it's the unapologetic sensuality of Bardot, the magnetic presence of Lane, or the soulful vulnerability of Houston. What Costner responds to most powerfully is women who present themselves without pretense, who bring their complete authentic selves to both their work and their interactions. Through his choices, Kevin Costner demonstrates that true beauty emerges not from meeting conventional expectations, but from transcending them through the integration of external attributes with genuine internal depth.